Good morning, everybody. We are in my beloved bathroom at Bloomfield. This bathroom was probably the most disgusting room in the house besides the kitchen when we first got here. It had probably been put in around 1930, I'm assuming, and it was tiny, and we came in here and we redid the whole thing. But we do have a problem, and sadly, this drain started to leak. And I love this dresser so much. It was at an antique store. I picked it up for about $350, and we figured out a way to, well, I figured out a way. I don't know who I'm talking about when I say we, but anyway, to drill down and to be able to have the drawers usable. And unfortunately, this over time got loose and it leaked. And it warped the bottom of this drawer. So today I am going to have to figure out a way to get the warp out and get the drawer back in here, because it just makes me so sad to walk in here and see that. And plus I don't have that drawer for storage, but I can show you around in here what we've done. And this was done over a time period that my husband was still living back in Dallas, Texas, where we had moved from, and I was living in the house by myself. And I hired wonderful tile workers and contractors to come in and do the tile work and tear this wall out that used to go, let me zoom out here, used to go straight across here. And there was a little baby sink right here, and the tub was recessed right here. And it was a big, giant metal tub that they had to throw out out this door, which was not those doors. It was a door that looks like this right here. And we replaced it with this because I've always wanted this kind of French look looking out, so that if you're in the bathtub, this is your view from the bathtub. Isn't that lovely? You can see outside, you can open these doors. Hello, Miko. Hello. So today's project, again, is to get this dresser vanity back together and working. So I got the drawer from the basement, and I'll show you guys what the problem is. We cut this hole right here so that the drain pipe could slide in and out. Or actually the drawer slides in and out and the drain pipe fits right here. Sorry, I have allergies. And this got wet and warped. So without taking the whole drawer apart, I'm just hoping that I can fit this piece back into the track that's cut into this backboard, and then weight it down enough so that it will eventually fit in there. And if not, what I have to work on is at least getting this piece out of the way of this pipe coming through. So I don't want the pipe to hit this, and I also would prefer that this not have a big gap in it. That's my chore for today. But the drawer is so pretty, and it's definitely hand painted, and I love the hardware. So I have to protect the front of the drawer while I am working on the back of it. And you can see from this angle just how warped the wood is. This should be flush and up in here, but it's not. And then it's bubbled over there and bubbled over there. So this whole bit is warped. And again, without taking the whole thing apart, woo, lightheaded. Okay, without taking the whole thing apart and putting in a new floor on this drawer, I'm gonna have to find some workarounds. So here I go. Tiny one inside. With it being so warped, me not replacing this floorboard, I think I just have to tack it down and call it a day. I know that seems like the lazy workaround, but there's only so much battles I can take on in a 250-year-old house. I can't battle a 100-year-old dresser too. It's just not in me today. And maybe you're wondering why my bag is pink. I thought it would be a deterrent from my husband to not go in here and take stuff. But as I'm finding out, I have no more Phillips heads in here. They're all gone. My husband is notorious for not putting things back, which I spent the first hour of today going around looking for the wood glue. Now I'm gonna go around looking for a Phillips head because he's left me with all flatheads in here. Flathead. See the different colored handles? All of these used to have a set to them that matched. These are all flatheads. There is not one Phillips head in here out of how many different screwdrivers do I have? Ah, a flathead, a tiny little one. Okay, let's try this now. I'm gonna have to set this up to do it. I got the pilot hole done. Now I have to set up the drawer. Probably set it on my legs, just so I have a little bit of leverage here to get in. I think the screw is, of course, stripped. You guys, it's just not my day today. I'm recovering from a cold. I had to travel for a week. A friend of mine, mom, was dying, and I went to spend her last days with her and be with the family as well. And I just wore myself out, and now I'm exhausted and tired, but I want to get this done. So I'm gonna have to go get the screwdriver. All right, I'm back, and I brought the big guns. Neither were left on the charger, so I brought both of them just in case one dies. And just like that, she is done. All right, so I put the screw right there. Did it leave a little gap? Yes, it did. But getting this unwarped is not gonna happen until I can replace all of it. But this is gonna keep the drawer in place. I'm so happy. Now I'm gonna get it all cleaned up. So what I have is a little feed-in wax, and I'm just gonna get this all cleaned up on the front and inside, and then be able to put it back in the dresser. It was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna go. You know, projects like this, I mean, I feel like all the time I need to do them 100% right, but at the same time, sometimes you just need to get them done. So that's what I did here. I'm just getting it done. And now I'm gonna get her cleaned up. If you guys can see this, but she is just drinking in the oil. I mean, I'll put it in there and then all of a sudden it just dries up and gets sucked in. Sorry, tractor trailers going by with hay. We are in the country, but you can see here where it's already all drying up. So she's in dire need of a good oiling. So maybe that's why she worked in unison with the drain, maybe to get a little attention. Who knows? can really see where the water damage hit. But yeah, until I'm ready to replace both of these boards, I don't think I'll have to replace this piece, but until I'm ready to do that big of a job, she is good as she is, and I'm gonna make her nice and cleaned up, and also make sure that she doesn't dry out. I mean, this is just so satisfying. Look how dry this wood has been. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, you need to do it right. And I get it. I do need to do it right. But when you live in a 250-year-old house that plaster you repaired 5 years ago is cracking again, and you have windows that need to be resealed, and you've got bigger fish to fry, a little drawer in a bathroom is not the greatest project I have on my docket. So we do what we can. Now this is completely dry, so please nobody think that I didn't go the extra mile to make sure that this was dried out. I have let it dry for over a month. With a dehumidifier, by the way. So look at that, this side compared to that side. Chef's kiss. Dee dee dee. All right, I'm gonna continue going. Beautiful. So I think the most wonderful thing about old furniture is it's solid wood. It's not press board. It's not particle board. It's wood. And if someone takes care of this piece in that bathroom, it could stand to be in there another 100 years. So there's just a little spot up front here where, can you see it right here? There's a little nail. It's kind of gotten a little jacked up. So I'm gonna try to straighten it and hammer it in. And in she goes. I think she's done and ready to go back in place. So I brought up the oil because I feel like I need to do the whole piece now, especially down here that got a little bit wet and dried out. You guys want to see my supervisor? Simon always supervises my jobs. I mean, you can see the difference between this and this. It's tough to do a job with a picky supervisor. Right, Simey? And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Like a glove. It couldn't be any more perfect. It looks beautiful. I am so pleased. It's such a beautiful piece. Simon, do you approve? He approves. Excellent. Says, now may I have a drink of water? But there she is. All done. Now we get to put all the stuff back. This certainly forced me to clean out this drawer. It was kind of a mad dash when the plumbing went out in it, and I had to pull everything out and organize it. So if that's the good thing about a leak, is if you have to organize your drawers, it's great motivation to get you to do it. Another thing about this oil that I use is it makes the drawer slide like a brand new drawer. Another bonus.
Some people ask, why is the toilet sitting there? Well, we couldn't move the sewer line, so there she sits. But when you round that corner and see this gorgeous vanity, I think the toilet can be excusable. She's just so gorgeous with her copper sink and gold accents around the room. I hope you guys like it too, and if you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bloomfield loves the love.